6.
This is the CBS Sunday Night News. Bill Plante reporting. Good evening. Thanksgiving week has begun with no progress in the standoff between American Airlines and its striking flight attendants union, making it very likely that normally heavy travel at this time of year could become a nightmare. Vicki Mabry is covering the story in Dallas.
Calling the strike a lose-lose proposition for everyone except its competitors, American CEO Robert Crandall apologized to passengers, but continues taking a hard line with striking flight attendants.
We cannot simply give in to a union which has proposed to us a contract that would cost our company $500 million a year in additional expenses.
Today, the flight attendants union sent a letter to national mediators asking for a presidential emergency board to settle the dispute.
We believe the National Mediation Board and President Clinton will give our offer to submit to a presidential emergency board far greater consideration than Mr. Crandall.
Emergency mediation would get flight attendants off the picket line and back on board aircraft immediately, but Crandall rejected the proposal.
I also share your enthusiasm for an early solution, but I do not think a presidential emergency board is the right answer. Instead, I suggest you suspend your strike, which will put our valued customers back on our airplanes.
Crandall also announced the company is downsizing, cutting 4,000 jobs when the planned 11-day strike is over. And he says 1/3 of the scheduled flights should take off with passengers during the busy Thanksgiving holiday. In the meantime, the mediation board has received the flight attendants' letter and says it will begin reviewing it tomorrow. Vicki Mabry, CBS News, Dallas.
With almost 2/3 of Americans' flights likely to be canceled this week, reporter Linda Tyra found a number of people already having trouble getting where they want to go.
For many passengers holding American tickets, the week is already getting off to a rough start.
I understand the dispute with the airline and their employees, but it's very sad to inconvenience so many people.
Many travelers are scrambling for seats on other airlines.
I was initially supposed to be on Northwest, and then I got reticketed for Delta and United.
It's only a matter of 24 hours. I got to get there and get back.
As it gets closer to Thanksgiving, many passengers face the growing prospect of getting to their destinations late or not getting there at all.
Travel agents like Nick Gold are swamped. He's had to rebook 130 customers who had reservations on American.
It took me about 2.5 hours just to reprotect 9 people based on the availability that was left.
Some people are switching to trains, but even those seats are going fast.
We hope that American Airlines passengers don't try to come in at the last minute and try to get a seat because they're probably not going to be able to get one.
For those passengers who must stick to flying, other carriers will honor American tickets if seats are available. And that's the big if during the busiest travel week of the year. Linda Tyra, CBS News, New York.
The Senate Ethics Committee is expected to go to court tomorrow to get Oregon Senator Bob Packwood's diaries. Packwood had decided to resign last week, according to Wyoming Senator Alan Simpson, but changed his mind after the Justice Department also requested his diaries. Still ahead on the CBS Sunday Night News, America remembers John F. Kennedy.
Will rest burdens heavier than have rested on the shoulders of any president since the time of...
If you suffer from awful sinus attacks, try Dristan Sinus. Unlike these, Dristan Sinus has a decongestant and the modern pain reliever ibuprofen to relieve sinus pain, all without drowsiness. Dristan Sinus, the face of relief today.